Hey, what's up, horror fans? MC Dead here with another video. In this video today, I thought I've got to go out and pick up something from Hidden Treasures, the old thrift store down there at Findon. Something I had a look at last time I was down there. I didn't have enough cash on the day to grab it, so I left it with them. Said I'll pick it up next time I'm in. So we're going to go down and do that and have a bit of look around, see what else is in there as well. Beautiful day outside, first day of spring, so yeah, it'd be nice to get out amongst it. And then after that, I'm going to be having a look at the 40th anniversary of Creepshow and The Thing. Probably my two favourite horror films of all time for various reasons. I'm going to talk about that in depth at the end of this video. So let's get out there and do that now. Yeah, so here we are in Treasures now, having a look. I've been here for a while. Just having a look through the Blu-ray section. Always get some good deals. Always really high quality. They go down in price as well, which is great. And not appearing to be a great deal of horror stuff in here at the moment. A lot of common stuff really that I've seen before. But just having a bit more of a look here. The Interceptor I've never heard of. Subtitles. Something from overseas. Looks like a sci-fi thing. That American Horror Story's been here forever. Yeah, it's not really finding any horror stuff at all today. Just one of those days. But a bit to get through yet. So this one split I didn't mind. James McAvoy wasn't too bad, but I didn't absolutely love it. Again, more common stuff. Sharknado. Wow, no one wanted to keep their Sharknados. There was about 4 in there. Zombie Strippers from Hell. I can't think if I've seen that. Janice Jamison's attempt at mainstream cinema, so to speak. Looks like a cool one. Bit of a grindhouse sort of thing. Yeah, it's just not really finding anything today. Having a bit more of a look. Yeah, it's just all really common stuff. Sometimes you can come here and find like 10 things. Here's one here, Out of the Dark. Sometimes you can find like 5, 10 things. Sometimes you just find 1 or 2. That's about it. That Friday the 13th's been here forever as well. Got them all. Diabolical. I haven't heard of that one. It's interesting. But yeah, just not having much luck, I'm afraid. Shaun of the Dead, never seen it. I must see that at some point. For $4, it's almost worth picking up. I've heard it's very good. Evil Angel, that's a Ving Rhames Z-grader. I can't believe I saw that for $16. I could have saved some money on it if I'd known, considering I bought that a couple of months ago now and paid, yeah, well, not too much more. I think I paid about 22 for it, but 16 would have been better. That was a good movie, The Road. I keep thinking about getting this chop. It's always here, but I just never seem to be able to bring myself to get it. Just looks too cheesy for me. That's about it. So yeah, not too bad. Ended up picking up 3 items in there. So it's time to show you what I got in the reviews, eh? Yeah, so we finally got to the review portion of the video. I started this video way back on the 1st of September. So yeah, just been really busy. Been working and studying at the same time. So just haven't had a lot of time to get out on the road and have a look at stuff and check stuff out, but got a lot of stuff in the meantime to show with you. Originally I was planning on doing a retrospective on The Thing and Creepshow for the 40th anniversary, but I'm going to leave that to the next video. I'll probably do that in a couple of weeks because it's just got a heap to get through today. So let's get started. First one I got to show you is Resident Evil Village. I just got this recently in the mail. I won it at an auction online. 34 bucks was a pretty good price for this. I think someone played it once and got rid of it. Yeah, from what I've seen of it so far, it's really enjoyable. It carries on the story from Biohazard, the one before that. So this is number 8 in the series now. I haven't played much as of yet. You're basically just inside this village. I won't tell you any of the storyline, but Chris Redfield's back in the game, but you're playing the character from the 7th game, Ethan. And yeah, it's all first person. And I've just done about the first half hour of the game. There's all these sort of vampire-like creatures running around, I guess you could describe it as. Like, they're really vicious and it's fucking hard too. So I'm going to need to invest some serious time into it. But yeah, Capcom brought this one out this year, and yeah, they're just striving for bigger and better things. I think March or April next year they'll be doing the reboot of Resident Evil 4, so looking forward to this as well. But yeah, from what everyone's been telling me, this is great and I can't wait to get into more of it. Another one I picked up, I actually got this one for free because I got my father season 2 of The Boys for Father's Day, and it was a buy one get one free on DVDs, and they didn't actually have this on Blu-ray. But this, of course, is the new TV series. Well, I suppose it's not new. It came out about a couple of years ago, based on Day of the Dead, the 1985 George A. Romero film. And I've really enjoyed it so far. I've watched about half the episodes. It's got like that humour that all the Romero stuff had in it with the zombies. It's a real throwback to the 80s as well. Like, it's nothing like The Walking Dead at all, which is great. Because I think we've got enough for The Walking Dead at the moment with all the spin-offs and everything. But yeah, really enjoying it so far. Some really funny scenes, like it's got a lot of humour. Some awesome gore as well. So definitely worth checking out. I'm not sure what it's streaming on, because it's not streaming over here. You might be able to get it on Hulu or something over in the States. But yeah, definitely worth checking out. Next one's an interesting one that I was looking for a while. Real mixed opinions around this one, and this of course is the 2010 remake of A Nightmare on Elm Street from Warner Brothers, directed by Samuel Bayer. Weird choice of director, given all he'd ever done was music videos, so I thought that was a bit weird that they chose him as the director. Stars Jackie L. Haley, Kyle Gallner, Rooney Mara, should I say, Katie Cassidy, Thomas Dekker and Kellan Lutz. Look, there was definitely some problems with this movie. Robert Englund himself said that it lacked empathetic characters. So you couldn't really form an attachment with the characters in it, and I sort of agree with that. And he also said that the makeup was pretty ineffective as well. I think they did a pretty good job with the makeup in this. If you know the basic story behind A Nightmare on Elm Street, everybody does. Yeah, it's basically about a child murderer that kills kids in their sleep. You know, he was a child murderer that was found guilty for these crimes, and basically the parents found out and burned him to death. But they changed the story around a bit with this. I think it was more focusing on child abuse as such, and you know, he was basically coming back to kill the kids of the parents that had, same sort of scenario, set on fire and everything. But they really changed things around a lot in this. Like, I love the idea of like what they were calling the micro naps, where the kids were falling asleep like and they'd immediately go into a dream state just because they were that tired. Like, that was a different way they explored it. Look, I think Jackie Earle Haley did a really good job in it. They went for the look of a more traditional burn victim with the makeup in this. I don't know, I felt two ways about it. When I saw it in the theatre, like 12 years ago now, I really enjoyed it. But I think the more I read about it and the more I thought about it, it kind of disturbed me in a way. It was just a lot more of a darker film, and yeah, most people can't stand it. I think it's got like 10% or something on Rotten Tomatoes, or 12%, but look, for what it is, I enjoyed it and I wanted to add it to the collection. There's a lot of special features on this. It's got deleted scenes, Freddy Krueger Reborn, which is like a whole lot of featurettes going into Freddy Krueger and how they did the makeup and all that sort of stuff, and maniacal movie mode, which I haven't checked out yet. I think it's just like an in-feature. As scenes happen, you can like sort of jump to facts and all that sort of stuff, but I didn't bother checking it out. But yeah, a pretty good remake, at least different to the original film, although it had a lot of scenes in it as well that we sort of shot for shot remake of the original, but just with better effects because it was years later. So yeah, not a bad one. Make up your own mind about it. Yeah, and I also picked up Nightmare on Elm Street for $5 at Cashies as well. Also came with it was a double pack with a DVD and Blu-ray, so I thought that was a pretty good deal as well. Next one I picked up from JB for an awesome price. I think it ended up being about $13, and that's from Shock and Paramount. It's the 1983 film Cujo. Yeah, fucking classic movie, man. Classic movie. Directed by Teague, stars Dee Wallas, Daniel Hugh, Kelly, Danny Pintauro, Christopher Stone, and Ed Lauter. Yeah, I think it was a pretty well done movie. Really good acting. Basically the story of a dog that gets bitten by a rabid bat and slowly turns rabid, gets more and more vicious. It's this great big Saint Bernard, and didn't have much to the story. It's about a mother and son. The father's estranged, he's out working, they have a problem with the car, they've got to take it to the mechanic. Of course, the mechanic's the owner of the dog Cujo, and they get stuck, they get trapped in this car, and this dog just gets more and more vicious as the movie goes along. Like, the effects are really well done on the dog. Like, it looked exactly sort of like what a rabid dog you could imagine it would look like. I thought it could have been a bit shorter. It was over 2 hours. I thought, yeah, it probably could have had a bit more of the dog in it. Totally different ending to the book, but for a Stephen King film, I thought it was a really good one. It's just got the one special feature on here from Shock, and it's called Dog Days, The Making of Cujo. But yeah, cool one to add to the collection. A nice slip cover as well. I'll just quickly show you that. Always a bastard to get out these slip covers. But yeah, just the same thing on the inside. But yeah, nice slip to keep it in good condition. Next one I picked up was from the old Hidden Treasures down at Findon. That was the first place I went at the start of last month. And this is one called Shrooms from 2006. This is from Icon Entertainment. It's an Irish movie, directed by Patrick Breathnack. Hope I've said that correctly, the old Irish spelling there. Stars Lindsay, Hain, and Jack Huston. I believe Jack Huston used to be on Hell on Wheels. He played a good character in that, but I haven't seen that show in years. Basically about a group of kids that go out in the mountains picking mushrooms, hallucinogenic mushrooms, and yeah, let's just say they have a pretty bad fucking trip. They all start having like excuse me, they all start having really bad trips and they start seeing these demons, and they just sort of start getting picked off one by one, and it just goes from there. I thought it was cool, man. It had some pretty trippy effects. You can't really tell what's real or not. Yeah, it leaves a bit to an imagination. I liked it for what it was. I'd never heard of it. Yeah, it's got a couple of deleted scenes on it. It's got a director's commentary, outtakes, cast and crew interviews, and behind the scenes featurette. But yeah, if you haven't seen Shrooms, it's a good laugh. I had fun with it. Next one I picked up was the old Happy Death Day from Blumhouse and Universal, 2017 movie. Directed by Christopher Landon, stars Jessica Roth, Israel Brassard. Yeah, I thought it was a great movie. One of my favourite Blumhouse ones. Not exactly an original idea. Basically it's about a sorority girl. I guess she's pretty fucking stuck up and up herself, and she's going out and having a good time, and she picks up this dude and wakes up in his bed, and without judgment, she's just probably the last kind of person I'd want to see. But yeah, anyway, but she gets nicer as the movie goes along. That's the redeeming factor. But yeah, the basic storyline is she wakes up and every day is the same. She keeps dying. And every time she dies, she comes back to life. And it's the same day again. And slowly but surely, she's got to work out who her killer is to be able to carry on to the next day, because the day just keeps repeating. So it reminded me of Groundhog Day. It had a nice reference to Groundhog Day in it. Really well shot, quick cut scenes in this, beautiful colours, and just some cool music as well. Just a really good one. And I think the sequel, Happy Death Day to You, that I haven't seen that in ages, so I can't remember much about it. But I have heard they're doing a third one, so I might have to go back and have a look at the second one as well. But yeah, if you haven't seen it, definitely worth checking out. It's a good laugh, got some good humour, and it's just a fucking good slasher movie. So yeah, Happy Death Day. Last but not least, the nastiest of the lot. And it's this one here, and hopefully you can see that in the glare. This is from Siren Visual. And it's a 1980 film called Cannibal Holocaust. Directed by Ruggero Deodato, an Italian director. Stars Robert Kerman, Gabriel York, and Luca Didio Barbareschi, however I say it, because they're all Italian names. But yeah, I hope I got that right. Basic cannibal movie. One of the most notorious of all time. It was banned and seized at the time. People were questioning whether or not it was real. There'd never been a found footage film like it. It's done in that found footage style. Basic story is, these 4 college kids go to the rainforest, to investigate the tribes over there and the cannibals. And they disappear, and an anthropologist ends up going and investigating with a team of mercenaries to find out what's happened to these kids. And of course, without spoiling anything, as the film progresses, these mercenaries and this anthropologist manage to get back to civilization with the tapes that they've recovered, and you find out what's really going on. I'll say about it, I wasn't a fan of the animal slaughter. There was a bit of genital mutilation, there was a bit of rape. Wasn't a fan of any of that, not my kind of thing, but just one of those things that it was on my bucket list to see it just because it was so notorious, and I was happy to add it to the collection. Of course, Eli Roth, I talked about his film The Green Inferno a few videos ago. He based his film around this, and I actually prefer it And it was a lot gorier than this as well. Like, there was a lot of gore in this, but they were quick cut scenes. You sort of didn't see everything, whereas Eli Roth was a bit more visceral, a bit more in your face. And of course, this has inspired plenty of movies after as well, you know, Eaten Alive, Cannibal Ferox, Cannibal Apocalypse. It's that whole subgenre. You're either into it or you're not. But it was a rare one. You don't see it around much, and yeah, happy to add it to the collection. So yeah, that does it for this month, guys. Thanks for watching again, liking and subscribing to my channel. Yeah, sorry it took so long, but you know how it is, life gets in the way. I'll be back in a couple of weeks with that retrospective on Creepshow and The Thing. I'm looking forward to doing that. So that'll make up for a bit of lost time with the wait between this one. But yeah, thanks for all your support, really appreciate it. Got a few more followers on Instagram now, which is great. So, you know, it just gives the videos more exposure, and I love doing them. So thanks for all your support, and take care. Bye for now.